Hey guys, ooh, K100.
Shrink.
I just pulled the gaiters off of my hold on. That is a rat bike. But the more that yeah. Hey guys, SUBMOTO here. So yeah, okay, so I'm done getting distracted by other bikes. I promise. Maybe. So what I wanted to talk about was gaiters. Gaiters on your custom bike. A lot of guys that'll build cafe racers and trackers and other kinds of custom bikes will want to beef up their front suspension by putting some gaiters on there. Gaiters are these rubber protective membranes you put on your fork, and there is an absolute functional value to putting on gaiters. It will protect your fork, but the majority of people will put on gaiters to give it more of a robust look, which is kind of what I did. I mean, I thought that if I put gaiters on, it would kind of balance out the bike design-wise, and that is probably the main purpose of putting on gaiters, aftermarket gaiters on your bike, because you know, if your bike doesn't have them from stock, then it's designed not to get crap into your fork. But you know, there are a lot of different opinions on that, and that's not what I'm going to get into. What I'm going to get into is, once you've decided to get gaiters on your fork, that a really good idea, and I learned this recently the hard way, is to buy some silicone spray and spray your gaiters, because the rubber will crack. I've just gone through 2 sets where each set has lasted about 6 months, and it just started cracking. Today I pulled off the remains of the most recent set of gaiters that I just had for this bike, and now I'm gonna have to get some one more time. So I'm gonna have to pull the fork apart and put it all together again. Ugh, annoying. And you know, I never really understood why they kept on cracking. I still don't have I guess it's the quality of the stuff that you get. The problem is that when you buy gaiters, it seems almost impossible to get anything of actual quality. Like, everything you can get out there is relatively cheap. I mean, they're probably like somewhere between $20 and $40 for a set. The only other gaiters is at the other extreme, which is stock gaiters from different bikes. For example, the Yamaha SR 400 is born with gaiters, and you can get a replacement part, or replacement gaiters from Yamaha. But those things run like around $400. $400 for a set of gaiters, and I'm sure they'll do their job. I'm sure they'll last. You know, because they can't afford to sell spare parts that are going to last 6 months. But that's the point, you know. Is it worth it? I don't know. So my idea was, well, instead of getting gaiters, maybe I could 3D print some springs, because I saw these I saw a bike that had a front suspension, which is more like an older type of front suspension, which is inside out kind of suspension, where you can see the spring. And I thought it looked awesome, and it does look awesome. And I figured, you know, if I put on a spring on the outside, just not for functional reasons, but maybe like a plastic 3D printed spring that was really soft, and could, you know, get really small when squished to its maximum, then that would kind of solve the aesthetic problem I had, beefing the front fork up, but at the same time being able to last a lot more than gaiters. And I was about to do that. I was pretty darn close, and I even talked to a couple of spring companies that could manufacture springs that would fit. But the problem was, whenever you hit something on your bike, you're going to want maximum range on your suspension. Your suspension is going to squeeze together, and you want it to be able to squeeze all the way. if you put something in the way of that, be it gaiters or springs or whatever, it's going to be restricted. And you know, gaiters are made of rubber, so they're okay squishing together. And if you do get it past that point, they kind of will allow for more of a range than a spring would, especially a metal spring. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I had to say about that. You know, don't get the springs, get the gaiters. If you do get the gaiters, obviously if you have the money, get yourself some stock BMW or Yamaha gaiters that'll fit your bike or whatever you can find out there. That'll be definitely worth it if you want gaiters that are going to last. Otherwise, you're going to have to change them every year or so. When you do get them, make sure you spray them with silicone spray because that will help out. And WD-40 is not an option. It does not work. I've tried that and it just simply does not work. So that's pretty much all I had for you guys today. So remember to subscribe and ride, and I'll catch you all later.